Hey everyone, thanks for tuning back into another video of life. Okay, this one I'm going to answer a comment or a direct message that I got about domestic violence. So here I am, I'm sitting here. I had to do this video today because I just felt the impulse to do it, and there's a reason to do it. So I've had the flu, I've been in bed, I'm sitting here in my pajamas. I don't know if you can see. Can you see Jack? And my socks. At the back of in my backyard, but I wanted to do this. This is a pretty cool thing, and this one's also a reach out video. See if I can connect people together. All right, I'm going to try and abbreviate it because, as you can see, it's a pretty long message. It goes like right down there, so it'll take a while to read it all. But this is from Ben, and his wife is Sarah. I think. Yep, Sarah. Alright, here we go. So it starts off, enjoying your videos. My partner and I have only been, so they've been together for 6 months. She was a survivor of domestic violence, so severe that her partner, her previous partner, is now in jail, and he's still there. So a lot of trauma around this. And it's put a handbrake on her career as an executive assistant. So what she's been through sort of like really rattled everything. Only now is she thinking about returning to some form of employment, trying to draw a positive out of the negative experience. And that's a really good thing. I want to talk about that. You know, we all talk about being positive and being this and focus on the upside, but where is the upside in such severe domestic violence? I don't think there is any. However, we'll talk about it. So she wants to get into, she thinks that services around domestic violence, women on their own after they sort of leave the relationship, they sort of have nothing to springboard from. So she says the services are severely lacking once they leave, despite support she receives from her family and friends and psychologist appointments. She still feels very much alone being able to move on. The confidence she had from from all the stuff is gone. She feels a bit lost. She has a desire to start a business aimed to help some who are going through similar experiences. So, okay, I just want to talk about the upside quickly before I finish it. The upside in this, even though there may not be an upside, and you don't necessarily have to go through all this to create an upside. But the upside right now, Sarah, is the question that you're asking. I myself have been through some very traumatic things in life. And some of them I don't talk about. But I mean so traumatic that it's affected me decades later. And I would have physical manifestations from them. Sweating, anxiety, all sorts of things, and it's like hard to even revisit them. But the upside is, what you're asking is the actual upside. You want to create a business to influence many others, maybe prevent others, or maybe just assist others. So the upside is your hunger around making a change. I just wanted to add that in there because I know in the earlier part it said like, there's no upside in being a domestic violence victim. Now, also, I don't pretend to know everything about domestic violence. I have no idea. It's not my world, but I can feel the energy around this, and I think maybe we can get some direction going on. All right. So here's the thing I really liked about your message. You want to be able to provide survivors nice clothing to wear. Being able, just so they can take a step in feeling good again about themselves. Where do you start in getting traction in a small and simple idea and turning it into a reality to benefit these women? This is your question. Also see my partner getting back into work, and doing something she's passionate about. So building her self-confidence again. So let's get straight into it. So awesome. Thanks for reaching out. I think there's so many layers going on here, which I can definitely help you in the trauma section. I think I have a degree in trauma, so which is cool. That part of it is something different. That's constant work, and it might take you decades to actually start smoothing that out more. And it's very easy for someone to say, oh, she'll be right, you'll be right, focus on this. No, it's not all right at all. Because you revisit it in your life, and you revisit it mentally, especially in those times of quiet night. You know, something so bad happened to me that it took me 15 years to sleep without the light on. And still today, if Shelley's not here and the kids aren't here, I have real difficulty sleeping in a house on my own. So I get it. I get where you're at. Even when I talk about it now, my hands go clammy. So it's like that trauma, and that's so long down the track, that trauma can stay with you maybe forever. It's how you manage it that will be the key. And, you know, I think just slow and steady on internal you. Like, I think you've just got to just be okay with it. Like, be okay. It's happened in your life. It is what it is, and I don't mean to make it simple, but it's happened to you. He's at a place he should be, and now your job is to learn to create the best version of you, and using this experience to influence many, to prevent many. I can feel the excitement in that. Like, I can definitely feel the excitement in that, albeit at a big cost, you know, to you along the way. But there's a saying that I love, and I live by it. If you went and asked the greatest masters on earth in their field, if they would change one challenge in their life, anything in their life along the way, every one of them would say no. I love that. So that challenge that you've had is actually going to create a better version of you. When I speak at seminars and things and whatever, you know what people are most interested in? It's not what I sell, it's not what I do, or wow, all this. It's my story. Most people after it come up and they say, did you make that up? And I say, no, that's the G-rated version of it. And they're like, oh, but this is your story and part of it. So use it because it's going to make your eyes sparkle. When people look in your soul, there'll be a maturity, there'll be a depth that will draw people to you. I'm telling you this. And I know what you've been through is no good, but it's going to turn into a lot of good. You watch. So let's get into that. How do we get your vision and passion converted into some sort of business or pursuit that's going to be the next part of your stage in life? Shelley had a great idea around this. And I don't know exactly how to do it, but I'm going to see if we can connect some people here. Girls have a lot of clothes in their wardrobes. To give you an idea, I have, well, do you want to come and have a look in my wardrobe, Jack? Yeah? Come and have a look in my wardrobe. So, Shelley will probably kill me for doing this. So Shelley has all of these wardrobes with stuff in there, right? This is Logan's room. You can see by the boards up there. Yeah? And then this is our wardrobe. So I have a couple of drawers here. Shelley has the rest. I have a couple of drawers here. Shelley has the rest. This is the clothes she wears every day. So in here, I have some shirts down there, some work shirts down there. And on this part, it's usually a lot more full than this, but I have a few pairs of pants here. Okay, see there? There's my space. Yeah. And the rest is shells. Okay. Okay, so the point of that was, it's really about girls tend to have more clothes than guys, and Shelley had a great idea. She said there's so many clothes that she's either worn once or twice or never really wear that other people could benefit from. And I was thinking about this and I was like, you want nice clothes for girls that are in this situation, you got to start really small. Sometimes when you have this big vision of changing the domestic violence flow in the world or in the country, it just is like too big. It's like, well, how do you do that? You know, it's like you'll get an idea after idea after idea after idea, and that's how you make big changes over time. But you've got to start with things that you can actually control. Imagine there was a Facebook page that was for women of domestic violence, where they could come onto your Facebook page and other women put their clothes up for free. I don't know, I don't suppose charge them, but just for free, and said size 10, orange dress, this one, call and I'll post it out to you. Like, and you could call it new dresses for girls. I don't know, something like that. And they knew that there was a place that you could build over time. And imagine there was thousands and thousands and thousands of women who eventually got on there, gave away all of their nice clothes for women in domestic violence. I don't know how do you police it, because it's like, I'm sure girls will just get on there and pretend, maybe. I don't really know, I have no idea, but I'm just trying to think forward. Hopefully not, hopefully people are honest about it. But just that one idea there could be something that over time will get so much traction, would get, like, you would get known for, and then you would build more and more and more and more. You could add makeups on there. Shelley said, and makeup. There's makeup quite often where she'll use it a bit and she won't use it again. A lipstick or whatever else. All of these things to make people feel nice, to make them feel nice. So, but it's a small thing. The other thing you need to do is team up with people. So doing it all on your own is like, it's a huge job. But I rang another girl that I know, and Alison, who works in our Gosford office. She does a lot of charity work, and she said there's already a place in Wyong, which is on the Central Coast up here, where they place women in housing when they've been victims of domestic violence. So calling those people and say, hey, I've got a Facebook page with this thing, or taking clothes to those people, or just going and seeing them saying, how can I contribute to what you do, and in turn create something that you want to do, is a really small place to start. So I think it's really admirable, Sarah, that you want to do this, and it's great that Ben reached out and asked me to do this. And here's another thing for this video. I want to put it out there, can anybody help Sarah? So does anybody know more than me in this area and can do more than me in this area, is watching this right now and want to reach out to Sarah and help? If you do, put in the comment section underneath. Like another thing, put in the comment section underneath what you can do and who you are and whatever else. I'm sure Sarah will be looking at it. You know how much secondhand furniture I see thrown away? And I've wanted to get a big warehouse somewhere for years and just put heaps of secondhand furniture in. Young people getting started, women of domestic violence, homeless people can come and just take the furniture and use it as they need. There are so many ideas, but here's one thing that I've learnt definitely over time. Success is created by teamwork. It's not created singularly. So I think you've reached out to me for a reason. I would love to help where I can. I'm not an expert in this field. Shelley's idea is awesome about the clothes. Let's get started on that somehow. Let's see if we can get everyone to start donating the clothes that they don't wear, that sit in their multiple wardrobes, never to be worn again, and put it to good use. Let's make these women feel special. Let's help them know we're there, and let's give them a start that they deserve and help them build their inner confidence so they can shine again. I'm keen to help if I can. Let me know if anyone else watching this is keen to help, and let's see if we can turn this thing around and get Sarah to start living the passionate life that she wants to and that's pulsing inside of her. I know we can do it. Let's get to it and see what we can do. See you on the next video.